Hey, 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 what's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Get in there, boy. Happy Tuesday.
Yo, it's your boy Timmel, Cuts proud owner of Uppercuts Barber Shop.
Hey, and this is Lonnie Horn, proud owner of World Class Faders and World Class Stylist Barbershop and Salon.
You guys are watching another episode of For the Culture Podcast going down every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Like that guy Rick would say, the clubhouse is officially open,
Jack. Hey, hey, man, good to see you, T. Happy Tuesday.
Good to be seen and not viewed, player. Happy Tuesday to you as well.
Come on, man. We got Ray's Barbershop in there. Number one, first person in there today. What up, Ray? What up, Vic? Man, that's our dude right there, man.
Yes, indeed.
Some powerful stuff last week. Who else up in there?
We got Trust the Barber in here, Untamed.
I'm sorry. We will no longer say Trust the Barber. We got the Trust the Barber family up in here.
Bam.
Come on, man.
The whole kit and caboodle.
I didn't mean to cut you off. Keep it running. Keep it
running.
Running.
It's all good. Let me see.
Untamed Tactics 8927. Where you from? Welcome.
Where's you from? We got the best. Babies.
I was about to say that boy reading is off. Babies, hey, happy Tuesday.
Had a technical difficulty earlier.
Clay Sculptor. Hey, thank you for jumping in on the IG and coming on over here. That's a big deal to us. Appreciate you so much. And happy Tuesday to you too.
Yes.
Did we get everybody right now? What's up, Mix? Hey, Untamed from Mix. That's what's up.
Hey,
put your name in there though. Put your name in there. Manny from Mixing. That's what's up, man. That's love. You should hang out, man. We got a really guest tonight, and we're gonna be moving. Yes, bless. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for tuning in, man. T.
Yo.
I mean, you want to talk about what we're going on, huh?
Let's get to it. You know, I've been waiting.
You want to get straight into it? All right,
yes,
let me get the volume right. I gotta make sure you right. Here you go,
you
man.
You get that? I got this for you.
You got it. Go ahead and hit him. What you wearing today, man?
Yo, so everybody that don't know, I'm Timmel for show. I come to do a now. Let me stop rapping. Yo, hey, give me that, man. I'm too loud in my headphones. I'm rocking that Barbers brim right here. That's that anti-broke Barbers brim. Also got anti-broke Barber on the chest. Shout out to them. They make some quality gear. Ray and his dope team that he got out there. Hey, salute to you guys, man. Great stuff.
Yeah, they're my Barber brothers for real. Hey, I'm gonna get mine up to De La Bay, one of my favorite hats. Definitely, it's a battle with these favorite hats because I got a couple. This. Ooh, boy, y'all can feel that velvet on here through the screen.
Is that velvet?
Hey, is that velvet? Yes, it is. I love this hat. De La Bay, that's our boy, Bebe Latino. He throws the Golden State Expo every year in San Jose and is raw. And then Dope Barber brand, man. Y'all mess with them. This is probably one of the best material shirts in the industry. Real talk. I never heard anybody say any different. So yeah, that's our apparel for the week. You doing it while I'm doing it.
I didn't touch nothing. I wasn't touching nothing. I was looking at it, but I wasn't touching it.
All right, man. Let them know who we rocking with, man. Let them know.
I got you, guys. Oh, man, something wrong with my fingers today. I'm all over the place. Here, we're going to start with this.
The Tano, vetted talent now. The first platform built to let barbers show their skills, personality, and presence through video. And for shop owners, it's a game changer for hiring. No guessing, no wasted interviews. Just real barbers showing real work. Before they walk in your shop, every profile is ID verified. Barbers get discovered. Shops build better teams. Everybody wins. The Tano. Skills speak louder than words. Download now. Available on all platforms.
Your favorite barbers love it.
I love it.
This is the Bopper Digital Business Card.
Barbers! It's 2025, bro. We got the digital business cards now. Not only do they work amazing, they also make you look cool. They help you stand out, bro. When you go up to somebody, you have them tap your card like this, and then all your contact information pops right up. Boom. Whatever you want them to see. right? I have my websites and stuff all set up, but whatever you want them to see pops right up on their phone. How dope is that?
Do it proper, get Bobber.
Barbers Illustrated Magazine, the #1 magazine built for the craft. Featuring the freshest cuts, top barbers, tool reviews, and real industry stories. Get the magazine your shop should have had yesterday. Print subscriptions just $9.99. Digital subscriptions only $3.99. Single print issues $12.99 and digital single issues $4.99. Tap in today and level up your barbershop game. Barbers Illustrated Magazine, join the movement. Welcome to the world of barbering.
Hey, we back up in here, man. Hey, thank you to all of our sponsors. If anybody wants to be a sponsor on here, please reach out to us so we could get you our sponsorship deck. It's a great chance to get exposure during the show and even after. So thank you so much to everybody who sponsored us. T, what'd you do last weekend, my man?
Well, while everybody is subscribing and hitting that notification button, I'll tell y'all what I did. Man, we were at the Nightmare Before Christmas 2 with Cuts by Vic. Hey, man, this cat, he always putting on a show. This dude had, I love all the creative rounds that he had. He also put on a fashion show, like a hair show at the end where all day the ladies were there prepping their models and everything. But Cuts by Vic is always doing something dope for our industry. He is the reason why we throw barber battles and got introduced to barber battles was all Cuts by Vic. So shout out to him and having us out there as co-host. It was a great event.
Yeah, shout out to Vic, man. And what he mean is that's literally the first battle I ever walked into was Cuts by Vic. And then next weekend, man, we got the Grinch that stole the barber battle. Man, shout out to Tati Love, Freedom Braiders, the Bay Area Student Barber Expo 2014. Y'all, listen, this is a theme that has been going on for a while. They do charities for people throughout this. It's something that's just fun. It feels like the holiday gotta go to thing. So y'all make sure y'all get out there. You can get all the info on Bay Area Student Barber Expo 24, and that's going down this Sunday. What is this Sunday? Is it the
14th?
Yeah, this Sunday, and we'll be. What city are we in?
We're in Pittsburgh.
I'll be having to ask, what city are we in? That's when you know your lifestyle to change, man, because it's weird. I'm used to it now, but it's just we didn't used to talk and live like that. It's like, where we at next week? And then what we just do? Yeah, I'm excited about that. We're gonna have a good time. Are we? Look, I even got to ask: Are we co-hosting? Are we judging? Or what are we doing?
I think we're special guests to this one,
so we get to hang out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. That's fun, man. All right, man.
Also, we have our Heat the Streets coming up for our Christmas give out. If anybody would like to donate, you can donate items of warmth. You can bring them by my shop or Lawn Shop, or if you guys want to donate financially, you can cash app us at $ United Barbers Club. Every bit of the money that you guys donate goes out to buying items of warmth for the homeless. We will be delivering them out on Christmas Day morning. Anybody that want to join us to volunteer, we meet at Lawn Shop at 8 a.m. We leave out of there close to 9, and then we're done at 11. So tap in if you guys want to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's something that you'll never, ever forget, and it just feels so good to give back. And we don't even spend a lot of time out there, but the impact is huge. So come heat the streets with us. All right, y'all. Our guest today, we are excited to bring him in, man. This guy right here, he's in the podcast world. He's in the barbering world. This dude is a family man. He's a leader in the industry. And to be honest with you, I don't even know how he does it. I thought we traveled. This dude is like, it's like a Flash, like Flash. That's what it is. It's like Flash, like the movie, like Flash. Like he was just here, but then he's here. And Bruh. It's like, and I'm just amazed by it. We've been blessed enough, man. I would say when Timmel and I first start getting to this side of the industry, we were blessed enough to meet him early on in both of our journeys. And we've been supportive the whole way. And now we see each other all around the country, all over the internet together. We got so many questions to ask this dude. Y'all bet not move. Like, y'all, I don't even say that often, but y'all better not move, man, because this is gonna be that type of person that you even want to ask questions to in the comments. So we're gonna have some fun with our guy tonight, man. The one and only Terah, the Barber, with the Razor Sharp Podcast.
Y'all heard that?
What's good?
Hey, just so you guys do understand, this is Terah the Barber with the Razor Sharp Podcast. Want you guys to know we podcast and he podcast. And what we're doing is we're showing nothing but barber love because we want to see him win as much as he want to see us win. When y'all see this in the industry, y'all need to applaud that. You guys need to push that agenda forward to show that we can work together in the industry that seems so small but is hecka big. So shout out to you, my guy.
Terah.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Terah the Barber. Mama, I made it on a platform, all platforms. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the beast in the building. What's good?
The re-intro, I love it. I love it. Hey man, I don't even want to play with you.
Nah.
We want to know so much, man. For people who don't know who you are, what and who is Terah the Barber? And that before Razor Sharp Podcast. What and who is Terah the Barber?
So it's real simple. I'm Terah the Barber, the husband and father. Coming from South Jamaica, Queens, now residing in the great state of Georgia. I'm in the city of Henry County. McDonough is where I stay. I've been cutting for over 15 years, professionally for over 8 years, and I've just been capturing the barber industry for over 10 years of just going to all the different hair shows and just enjoying the barber industry.
Yes,
and you mentioned McDonough. That's what we stayed at. We went to Atlanta and Timmel.
Say that.
Yeah, I seen you thinking. So we went to Atlanta, man, and that was my first time going. And Timmel got family out there, and and he said, man, we was doing GPS and it was dark, and we get to this entrance, like entrance, and we at the gate, and I said, man, T. We waiting on the lady to let us in. I said, man, I swear this is where they just went off on T.I. right here, man. I swear they just went off on T.I. right here. And then she come and check us in, and we getting ready to leave. I said, man, is this the community where T.I. had the little? She said, yeah, he lived right down there. Tiny lived over there. And she just started breaking it down. It was a really prominent area for black successful people out there, man. And matter of fact, his uncle, whoever he is to him, he owns a nightclub right outside when you come out of the neighborhood. And it was a dope spot, man. So yeah, didn't even know you was out there, homie.
Yeah. So that's Eagles Landing over there. So that's probably like 10 minutes away from me. Yep.
Dope.
Nice.
Okay.
Bro, nice. So next time you in town, y'all know who to come see.
Yeah, because I didn't know, and I didn't even know you was in you many places. I don't know where the hell you live. I'm thinking the boy is in New York, and then I'm thinking he's in Boston. So now I know because I'm more than likely going to be in Atlanta in a couple of months. So that'll be fire. Get some content and have some fun with you out there.
Yep.
All right. So so we got who he is and what he is. Now, what is this Razor Sharp Podcast and why? Why did this even start?
Okay, so Razor Sharp Podcast is a barber beauty lifestyle podcast that bridges the gap between the young and the old generation of all professionals. You know, it first started at just highlighting what's going on in the barber industry and really just coming up with topics and I'm having great conversations. So it started with me and a brother named Swole. And Swole was the one that wanted to do Razor Sharp Podcast. He wanted to do a podcast. I didn't want to do it at all because before I already had a podcast. I was editing for Come On New Rule with Barber World TV podcast, and I know exactly what it takes to really get it off the ground and really get the gears going. So I told him no for like almost a year, but he kept saying, yo, we need to do something. You know, we both in the barbershop always talking. Let's create something. So eventually he wore me down. So I said, all right, let's just start doing the content of creating these topics. So we came together, you know, we was throwing names out there, and then we really got it going. And then I created the format, I created the logo, and then the first time we hit the record button, I said, what do you say? How do you say? I'm just about to see another day. It just came out of nowhere. And I was like, yo, that was
Mm-hmm.
dope. So like things that just create organically just by just sitting there. And for a long time it was me and him. We was going to hair shows. We was building up a nice little build of what Razor Sharp Podcast was going to be about. And then eventually he decided to part ways. So now it's just me solely taking on the responsibility of still capturing what's going on in these professions and getting everybody's story out there.
I want to say hats off to you because I love when you're in the building anywhere that I'm at. The way you go about doing it. This takes me back to like 1 and 6 in Park or when Tyga and then was doing it. You be popping up on these cats, bro.
Like
You
this.
be ready. You be hey, we call it like guerrilla podcasting, but what you do, bro, and what you bring in to the industry from these interviews, bro, is powerful. You're helping to push some of these narratives and some of these conversations forward because you're super active, bro. Like
Thank you.
Lon was saying, you was here, you was there. I don't know what y'all doing in Atlanta. If y'all got something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you
Man.
seem it's not old footage. This is like stuff that y'all got going on. Seems like weekly, and you be in the mix, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How do you create the time for that? How do you provide the level of travel to do something like this with having a family and a business?
Well, first of all, I got a strong support system. I got my amazing wife Sharice and both my kids Ethan and Mason, and they've always been very supportive of anything that I wanted to do. So without them pushing me, fueling me, and just telling me, you know, Dad, you could do anything that you want to do, none of this would ever be possible. So that's the first point. Then I have my job at Delta Airlines. You know, just to travel is very hard. So
Yes.
I've been working at Delta Airlines for over 10 years now, and it's been something that has changed my life. It has changed my family life to be able to travel the world to see places that a lot of people have never would ever think about going to with that heavy expense. So a lot of times, like, yo, how do you do it? Yes, this is one of the luxuries of
Yes.
working at an airline. And then I like to add also, you know, a lot of barbers feel like they only have to solely just do one thing. They just got to be a barber and that's it. But there's barbers out there that work UPS, that work FedEx, that do DoorDash. There's other ways to make money that's not just behind the chair. And I've been an advocate of that for quite some time to let people know that I used to call myself the 9 to 5 barber. But but the 9 to 5 was twisted. I was 9 to 5 and 5 to 9 is what I used to say because I'm always working. But just me being able to have that freedom of jumping on the flight. Like there's times that I go to Delta in the morning. I get up at 12:30. I catch that 1:15 flight to Vegas. There's a 3-hour difference. By the time I land, I'm going right to LV, going in there filming, and then a lot of times I jump back on the plane that same night and catch that red eye back to Georgia and land at 6:30 in the morning.
Damn.
Bro.
And but you didn't save all the hotel expenses and you know all that. You going to get your info. You made your contact. So you're doing touches everywhere. This makes so much sense, and I appreciate you sharing that, man. Because people tell us all the time. Wherever I go, they're like, bro, where you going next? And I'm like, what you talking about? They're like, man, every time I see you, you and your partner, y'all in this city or that city. And I didn't know it looked that way. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And after a while, I started accepting it. I'm like, oh, shoot, we are somewhere at least every month, if not twice a month. And we done had some crazier months where it's been like, dude, are you serious every weekend? But you, my dude, have amazed us. I'm like, I know I just seen him right here. How the hell is he? Oh, and now that makes more sense, man. That's so dope. I want to ask you. You said your podcast started with your partner. Y'all went different ways. What made it important for you to keep it going? Especially being the person in the beginning, you were like, I don't even really want to do this. Like, what made you keep it? What made it important to keep it going?
Well, you know, once it got legs, I was just like, you know, this is something that I started way before, but then I took a break from it, and then once we came together to do the partnership thing with it, with this new thing, because I had in the cut with Terah the Barber, which was similar. Like similar to like going live and then having conversations and going to the hair shows and stuff like that. But once he took a step away from it, I said, well, it's already growing legs, so let me just continue it. One, I was enjoying the topics and the conversations and the feedback that we was getting, and I felt like there was really nobody bridging the gap between the younger and the older generation. So me, I was the OG barber, even though me and Swole was the same age. I was the seasoned vet, and he started his second chapter in life after coming out of the military and wanted to get into barbering. So he was only like 1 or 2 years in the barber industry. So he was fresh off of not knowing anything. So I was able to really show him at a fast pace exactly how great the barber industry was. Taking him to hair shows, letting him meet Ivan Zoo. You know what I'm saying? People, like I would tell him about Ivan Zoo, he'd be like, who that guy? Man, I don't know that guy is. But again, I just wanted to introduce him to it. And because he was at the time he was at the barber school, I knew that he would take that information back to the school and we would give more people that same exact feeling.
Let me ask you this. When you had your original podcast, what type of people were you talking to? Were you talking to some of the influencers, some of the content creators, some of the educators, or were you just doing like what we did when we started off? We was interviewing any and everybody, the people coming to watch somebody compete, the competitor, the person that's throwing the event, the brand creator. We were trying to get every aspect of it. What was your angle when you started your podcast?
Same way, you know, I've had conversations with like Yusef early on when we was talking about barber schools and if it was important. And then I had it's Marvy Marv on there. So there was people because around that same time we all came into the barber industry around that same time. You know, Yusef and Marv and me and a few other people all got like 15 or 17 years in the game. So we already built that bond on social media or just going to hair shows. So when I would go live and they would see me, they would just want to just jump on anyway to see what I got going on and then keep the conversation going. So there'll be a lot of people, you know, every time I go to a hair show, I'll speak to a lot of Queens barbers, a lot of barbers from the West Coast, people that I've seen online and people that I've seen just going to the different shows. I've already built that relationship with them. So I just was like, you know, I would just go up to the booths, I'd go up to the stages, I'd go to wherever they were at just to have these conversations.
Nice.
That's fire, man. That's fire. And then recently I seen you, man, like I give it up to the celebrity barbers all the time. This is a big topic in this industry. And we get people that have different opinions, and I respect all the opinions, but some people are like, man, ain't no celebrity. And I'm like, they are. They actually have achieved a lot of notoriety, and ain't that what a celebrity is? Like, they could go play, you know, we were just on the phone with 360 Jeezy, and he like, man, I'm in, where was he at? Alabama? Was it Alabama?
No, he was in New Orleans. He's
New
in
Orleans,
Louisiana.
and he eating dinner with his family, and people went up to him, wanting to take pictures, and I'm like, it's nothing wrong with it. I think it's dope. I love saluting it, but this dude is not only getting next to celebrity barbers, man. You next to celebrities in the entertainment world. You like everywhere. We seen you with Kim Fields. I want to know about that. And then, you know, Vic Blends, even though he's a celebrity barber, he's definitely done things outside of barbering, and he's making crazy impact, man. But us and so many other celebrities, man. How that happen? Like, do you know they're there, and then when you get there, are you like, man, you know what? To suck it in and just moment. Like, how does that happen?
So, you know, most of the time, I don't know who's going to be where, like the Kim Fields thing. So me and my wife went to the Atlanta Women's Expo that just passed this Saturday and Sunday. And I go to all expos. Like even for tomorrow, I'm going to the Small Business Expo.
See?
So I do all expos because there's so many people, there's so many different people that you're going to meet. So me being in these places, the first thing I do is I do my once around to see what's going on. Then I'm gonna say, okay, well that person's there and that person's over there, and then now I'm starting to make a strategy of exactly what I'm going to do, how I'm going to maneuver so I can capture as much as I can as fast as I can. So once I seen that Kim Fields was there, I said, okay, well I'm definitely gonna get an interview with her. So, but there's certain things that certain times they can't do. So she couldn't really do an interview, but I was able to get her on camera to speak about her product. But she couldn't actually be doing a lot of the talking. She was there to just take photos and to just sell her product. But I was
Gotcha.
able to just explain to her how I felt about her in the industry that she's in, and just be able to have that experience.
That's fire, man. And
Mm-hmm.
shout out to Clay's Scopes. They put Terah everywhere. That's
Yeah.
been a name that's been sticking with you, man. I feel when that name, did you make that up or people start just making that up for you?
I think I started saying we everywhere they never there. I started saying that a while ago. Then I started bringing it back, cause so to give you guys a little bit understanding of my background, I used to do music back in the early 2000s. So I would always I created a label. I had artists. I was doing artist development, and we would be hitting the chitlin circuit in New York City. So I would produce the music, I would record the music. I was the one that was doing the marketing for it. And then once it was time for us to go out there to sell our music, we would do a lot of open mics and stuff like that. So I would always be so like, yo, we everywhere, we outside. So it was south side, we outside. So once
Mm.
I started to do more things in the barber industry, I don't know if I started saying it again or my brother Clay started saying it, but it just came back around full circle because I'm like going everywhere. So
Got
that's
you.
that's what
That's
it just
dope.
started performing to.
All
It's
right.
funny
Pod.
that you even mentioned.
Go ahead.
Hold on, real quick. It's funny that you mentioned the music industry because I was like, man, I wonder if he'll get offended if I say the bad thing. But I always thought you favored E40, and it look see like hey, and then and then he spitting that game too. He be spitting that game, and then I'm like, and the more I look at him and I listen to how he move, I'm like, man, this dude like the E40 of the barber industry, man. Like just in a compliment way. You ever
Yeah.
heard that before?
Bro, I get E40 and Young Jock. If I'm up in weight,
Yep.
I get E40. When I'm down in weight, I get Young Jock.
Yep.
It's like it's both, bro. For like
And I was
Yes,
gonna
for
say
the
a
for the
sir.
slim
microphone.
E.
All right, let's get
I
into
get
something, man.
yeah.
Podcasters, podcaster.
Uh-huh.
What is one of the most impactful interviews you had,
Yes.
or one of the ones that just you was wowed by when you were done with that?
I mean the recent one that I just did with Morano was
That was
definitely
good.
was definitely
Mm.
impactful
That was
by
good.
him being an open book and not like holding nothing back. I wanted to ask questions that a lot of people may want to ask him but may not know how to ask him or may think
Mm.
that he's not going to be receptive to the question. But
Mm.
me and him had a conversation. He said, yo, listen, there's nothing off the table. It's just how comfortable enough are you to ask it.
Yeah.
So we kept it
Ooh.
100 with that, and I learned a lot, not just about the talented man that he is, but about the man he is. Also, another recent episode was with Prince the Fit Barber. Just getting his story was very
Oh yeah.
influential. It's very inspiring. Just everybody has their ups and downs, the things that they go through, and for anybody that needs to get some kind of word of encouragement, you guys definitely need to check out that episode because it was very important. Also, I try to speak to everybody that's in the industry, young and older, just to get Victor Barber from the West Coast, who we haven't seen on the scene for quite some time. A lot of us OGs know who Vic
Oh, you
is and
talking about
how
Timeless Vic?
Timeless Vic. Just people, but
We was
the
just
newer
with him.
generation don't know who he is.
Nah,
So
they
to
don't.
to get his story and to see where he's at now and the fact that he's coming back to put his flag down where it belongs. It was just a great conversation. I got so many other people that I want to interview because what I'm doing now is I'm bridging the gap between the history. A lot of people saying about where things started, like how you had Craig Skills on there and he was talking about the Barber Love thing. And there's a lot of time that there's a cultural disconnect, especially with regents. Like some people think that the barber battle started here, the expo started there, and we started doing fades here. And it's like, no, now we need to get to the nitty gritty of exactly where did this stuff create, was started from. and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring these people in that some people may not know who they are, that have brought some things to the barber industry.
I mentioned earlier that I mentioned earlier how you helped push the conversations forward. I know when Cole came out with his original theme that Fade is Black Culture, which was very impactful and a lesson to be learned. A lot of people went and researched some history and found out some things, and then that transitioned into you help push the narrative on why Black people don't go to barber events or expos. And then that took on a life of its own, and that was out there for a while. Looking back at all of that and it going on, how important was that for the time, and how does it feel being a part of that history that just had happened? We got to talk about this for years. Remember the time when that had happened, and you were part of helping this get out. How does that feel?
I mean, it felt good, but it really started with you guys, because you guys had Brandy on, and
Yeah.
Brandy conversation. She really sparked the idea in my head of, yo, I didn't know that there was a disconnect in the barber industry between Black barbers and other barbers, right? That was the first conversation, and her being a platform artist, an educator that's traveling around the world, her perspective is totally different. So I watched that episode 2 times. One driving, which I don't recommend you guys doing, and two,
You were listening.
watching
You weren't watching. You was
it.
listening.
Yes, and then the second time was me actually watching the video to really, take my notes on it, and that sparked from that day. Then a couple days later was when Marcus Harvey had Barbers Love Taco, and I was like, after, so the vibe of the Barbers Love Taco, and so many people was open to conversation, was when I sparked the whole idea. You know what? Let me ask these people here, what is their perspective on this? And when Marcus gave his opinion, and Icon E gave his opinion, and then they took that small clip, Cole took that small clip and turned it into what he did, and then that thing just went viral. But it was a notion in people's minds for quite some time that we just didn't speak about, but it was in the back of everybody's minds. We go to hair shows and not even thinking of that. Yo, I only see 20 Black dudes in here. We just in the mix of, we're having a great time. Spanish barbers, white barbers, Black barbers. Why is it that the conversation is really only about Blacks? I don't hear no Asian barbers talking about, yo, we're not being invited to these things, or no white barber saying, yo, you're not showing us no love. But every time it comes to Black anything, it's always, we feel like we're excluded from anything, and that we have to set our claim. Now, we had it first, right? The Black barbers had it first. The culture of barbering came from the Black man, right? And we took it and evolved it to what it is now. But eventually, things are going to evolve into something else. And with the Spanish barbers came, and they really set they claim to what they do, and we can't be upset at that. There's less barbers going to hair shows and more Spanish barbers going to hair shows, and they come together. They take off on that Sunday. They gonna close a barber shop. They gonna say, hey, yo, man, we all gonna go out and we all gonna look the part, wearing the same jackets, wearing the same t-shirts, because they have that togetherness, and that's where there's a disconnect.
Yeah, and that's not only in the barber industry, that's in us culturally.
Culturally, yeah.
Good point. Good point.
Culturally. Oh man, let's see. Ooh, man, we got Terah the Barber on this thing. I got some things for you, boy. I got some.
Go ahead, my brother. I'm here for the smoke.
I love hearing your perspective on it's really cool. I don't get tired of hearing the perspective on that topic. Some people feel uncomfortable, and they're like, oh, we still talking about that. And to me, it's not. I think each person gives more perspective, and it helps us all, because we learn from each other. So to hear you kind of sounded like us, like you. We were just so juiced to go into this event, and there was no drama. It was all love. I was so naive. I just wasn't seeing the count, the color count. I was really just enjoying it, and I was that kid that just got spoiled. That one day they spoiled it for me and T, and they pulled us over to the side. Hey, bro, you see this? And we was like, we having fun, T. We over there dancing, and they're like, I'm like, see what? He's like, look how it ain't none of us in there. They're just taking over. I was like, who? They who? And the people he was talking about, it was the Spanish culture, like he said. But I was like, when we walk in the door, we be hugging each other. Like they be happy to see us. We be happy to see them. And it never crossed my mind until they pointed that out. So it's really cool to hear your perspective too, especially another person that's moving around like that.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, right? Sorry to cut you off, but
no, you good. You good.
Everybody that attends something like a trade show is going to have a different perspective and a different experience, right? So I know what I'm going there for. I'm going there for love. I'm going there for fuel. I'm going there for things that's going to push me. So I don't go in there with the whole idea of anything negative. Even if there's things that may occur, there's time that I may get pushed to the side or just feel like I'm getting slighted and like I'm not getting that vibe that I should be getting for a person like, yo, y'all should know me. I be coming to all these joints, but I can't because you don't know what other people are going through. There's times like there's people that say all the time that, you know, those platform artists are kind of standoffish. We don't know that they didn't eat all day, that they've been there setting up. And they've been taking, like they don't understand the background.
That's
you just
real.
see them cutting here and talking. So once you start getting an understanding of what really occurs, like once you get your own booth and then you get there the day before and you set up, and then you got to get there early to make sure that you ready for when the doors open, and now you got to put on a smile and shuckle and jive and dance for people. Please come and buy from me, because that's what you there for, right? You there to sell your product, to sell your merch, but and also fellowship and do a lot of networking and meet new people. But you there to get your investment back, and that's the money that you put in. So when you go into these, this is any trade show. This is a business trade show. This is an acting show. It's the same thing. But a lot of time people get so frustrated and say, well, this is my first time coming to a show and I'm never going back. No, like a lot of people in the game say you got to go to a bunch of them. Like Prince said, go to as many hair shows that you can go for a whole year. See which ones that you really like. And then now you make that a priority for next year. Those are the ones you go to.
Jay Major said that too. I like that theory. I like that theory big time.
Craig said that too.
Yeah, and it makes sense. It's like they all offer different things. It's different cultures, and what I like that Craig was even saying was don't even just go to the barber ones. Go to hair events. Yeah. And I was like, ooh, that's just broad. What do you think that did for us as a culture, Terah? Like when this all erupted, do you think it was a good thing because now more voices are coming out, and some people need another voice to even make their own mind up. Some people don't even know how to make their own mind up. Hearing you, hearing us, hearing somebody else helps them. Just like on the flip side, hearing the negativity, it sparks certain people. What do you think this did for us as a whole with it coming out and becoming a topic?
What I think it did was it made us have some kind of urgency to come together more, right? So I'm a part of a group called Faith and Fellowship that we had started down here in Georgia. It's me, Tony Banks, Icon E, Chop Guard, and now we just added my supply guy, Ray Scott, right? And this all started from the stem of that. What are we going to do? Are we going to keep talking about it or are we going to act on it, right? So I say, I had spoke with my brother Icon E one day. I was just like, yo, we need to do something, because what the conversation that's going is that not enough black barbers is going out to these different events. I said, well, I'm not going to talk no more. And I had the same conversation with me and Bobby Harris for hours, for a few days, and me and DJ Cut It for hours, for a few days. And I said, well, I spoke to Icon. I said, we need to do something. I said, how can we organize this to make it stand out and really have some legs to it? I said, I know what I do as far as the media side. I know what you do as far as having the talking parts. We need to bring other people in. So we said the next best thing is going to be Tony Banks. Tony Banks is a big name in Georgia. She's a big name all over. She's a celebrity barber, and everybody knows her. So if we could bring more morale to it, we have to bring these key components. So we said Tony Banks. Then now who else can we bring? It's going to be Chop Guard. Chop Guard cut Cam Newton. He cut a whole bunch of people, right? He's a celebrity barber. He cut Young Thug. Everybody knows him. I'm I'm new to this city, so I can't just be like, oh,
Yeah.
a dude from Queens is trying to come and take over. That ain't what I'm going to do. I need to see who's important down here, and that's what we did. So we created that, and then we said we're gonna start doing a barber shop tour. Because the one thing I realized that Georgia is so big, and because it's so big and everybody's moving around, I'm doing their own thing that they don't take time to go. Let me leave my shop and go to this shop. Let me leave this supply store and go to that supply store. Everybody's just doing their own thing and they focus on what they focusing on. So how can we bring that together? And it was like, yo, this is my first time in this barber shop. This is my first time at this store. This is my first time chilling with these people. And they've been in the same place for like 10 years, 15 years. So that conversation about the barbers not being in attendance and see what Marcus Harvey was doing with the Barber's Love movement of coming together once a month to, okay, what can we do? Because we need multiple things. So the Fade and Fellowship, he was trying to figure out if Marcus is going to do Tuesdays, we're going to do Mondays. Let's not try to mess it up so that the people not going to go there, but they're going to come here. So we on the same time. We go back and forth and speak about what we're going to do next. I speak to Marcus to see so when it's going to be your schedule. Because the one thing I see, especially with the barber shows, is they just do it. There's no communication. There's no organization. There's no, okay, well, we're going to do June 1st. Y'all do June 12th. Nah, everybody just do whatever they want to do. And that's one of the reasons why the attendance is low. Because now we got to figure out, right? There was the Barber Summit and there was the Tennessee Battle at the same exact date.
Yeah.
And there's people just like y'all was like, man, I wish I could come to both.
Yeah.
But we can't. So now we have to decide which one is going to be more important to us. One, you maybe work in one you maybe want to go to one, but you got to pick. So I believe that there needs to be a Barber Expo board to organize these things to make sure that because what's happening is people are not going to the West Coast, they're going to stay on the East Coast. People are not going to the East Coast because they're going to stay to the Midwest, and they're not being able to see what really is going on and what can help the barber industry grow more by keeping it together and having some kind of cohesiveness. And that's the problem. That's the problem that I see. It's too many things going on.
While you right there though, one thing we noticed, so me and Timmel started throwing our battles back in 2018, somewhere around there, and we were inspired by Cuz by Vic down in Modesto. Excuse me. Seen he did it, loved it. It was true inspiration. We like, man, we need this in Sacramento. The Sacramento barber world needs to know about this. So we started it, and it just went crazy. I mean, I don't even know how we did it. We wasn't even on social media the way we are now, and lines out the door. It was just beautiful. And then we saw generations. That's another thing I noticed. We saw generations. We saw this whole thing evolve in just that little window of ours. And we seen people who were just starting grow into celebrity barbers. Some of our peers, we remember when they first started, and we turn around, they have 500,000. They traveling to Germany. It was just crazy. And then we start hearing, man, y'all inspire us, man. We want to do a battle too. And we was like, oh, that's cool. You know, we support anything. We were inspired. So that's amazing that you enjoyed yourself so much here that you want to go do this too. That's dope, man. Can't wait to see how yours is and what style you bring. And then it went to another one and another one and another one. And then the next thing you know, there was a battle every single weekend. And every time we throw a show, there would be 4 to 5 people that would tell us, hey, man, I'm going to do my own show. Matter of fact, shout out to official AV Smooth. Just said, hey, check it out. I'm planning mine for next year. Never been to one. Just got my license last year. Going for instructors next year, May. See what I'm saying? And that's fire. Salute to you. Let us know how we can help. But there's so many. So when you say a board, how do you decide on who's in there? Is it a certain level, a certain level of experience? How do you decide who would be on that board? Because we've heard that idea out here. But just curious, who would be on that board when you have so many people doing one like every weekend?
I think it should be the ones that's the promoters of the shows already. You know,
okay.
You know, you got the
Certain
major
certain
league. You got,
size, or
well, no. I mean, but you got the major league, right? You got Jay Majors. You got Lee, right? You got from Barbershop Connect. Like those individuals should be the first group of people that you would ask if they wanted to be a part of it, right? Because if they're a part of it, then other people is going to follow suit. They're going to just fall in line because those were the ones that started it. Then we'll see if Curtis Smith wanted to be on a board, right? Because again, these are the pioneers that we know when it comes to the barber trade shows that they will have the most insight. Then we will go around to the ones that's starting to do it now. You know what I'm saying? And then
gotcha.
see if they want to be a part of the board. And it would just help. Like there's a page on social media that shows almost every single barber expo that's going on.
Yeah.
And again, those type of people that's doing the research, again, you will want to ask them to come on board because one, they've done their research to the point where they're getting all the information, the calendar dates for all of these different shows to help us to know what's going on. So you will need somebody like that, people that's influential and
Yeah.
really stepping up the game when it comes to being organized.
Good point. Good point. I like that.
I have an idea. I'm gonna let y'all have it. Everybody out there listening, whoever wants this, take it, run with it. So you know how boxing, they have sanctions. Things are sanctioned. You have to be, you're fighting for the WB, whatever it is, whatever these categories are these sanctions are. I think we need something like that. I think barber battles need to be sanctioned to where you have to be a professional competitor to compete in this, to compete in that. And then you can really structure your refereeing, your judging. Everything can be tailored to fitting that type of competition. So
That's interesting you say that, T, because I've been hearing that a lot more lately. Even Simba Blends, we've been hearing that competitors, they like, I want judges to be competitors. Like, they're like,
or
I
have
want to be
been competitors.
Yeah, or have been. That's been coming to us a lot lately.
Yeah, I mean that's a good thing because I did a live with Torpedo and with that boy Rick, and those were some of the things that they were speaking about is that how can you be a judge if you never been in a competition, if you ain't got no skin in the game to just be a person that want to be a judge without really knowing what the criteria is. At the Barber Summit we had our little fun barber battle one night, us just kicking the breeze and just chilling, and we was like, well, there's two barbers here and everybody just chilling. How about y'all battle for it? And then we gonna put a pot up. But the good thing about that footage was that Kenny Duncan, who was one of the judges, really broke down the criteria of what is looked for when it comes to judging the competition. And it was very in depth. Like when we went to the back, it was me, him, and Marcus Harvey to really pick who was going to be the winner. And it was really breaking down everything as far as the look, the overall haircut, the way the haircut fits the model's face to the technique. Everything was broken down. There's one thing that Cole does a lot where he uses the white paper to break down the background so you can see that blend a little bit better. There's a lot of things that like that is not being looked at when it comes to judging competitions. And there's a lot of ballers that's judges that I've never seen on stage before.
And I like that you said that about Kenny, because if something like this was to happen, you're going to need that kind of structure. That type of judge needs to be certified to judge a competition, and not just anybody that just got a name out there to bring them out so they can bring people to the parties.
Y'all touching on good stuff, and there's a lot of people that don't understand what y'all are talking about. And for the people who don't understand the severity of it, these competitions cost money. They're paying a minimum of like $125, $150 to be involved in it. They're buying color and all kind of different things. They're traveling. People are traveling. Then they're bringing a model where sometimes they have to pay for them to do certain things, maybe feed them and stuff. And then they just spend their time, even bigger than the money. They're spending their time preparing, looking for a model. So you just imagine putting all that into it and then you get to this event, and then somebody that just wanted to promote something because it looked cool just said, hey, my boy, I need you to you come judge. Hey, my dude, you come in here too, man. Hey, look, man, y'all just pick something. Just pick. And that, I seen that piss some people off before. And so me and Timmel, we've never judged our own events, and we've always had we always picked judges who we thought were really qualified, very skilled in their department. And then Timmel came up with a really efficient judging system where it's really, you're rating different parts of it and then totaling it up. And like you mentioned before, nobody can talk to each other. You can't be like, bro, did you like this one? Like, nah, I didn't like, well, look at this little area. No, none of that. So just for the people that don't understand what they were talking about to that degree, it is just a lot of investment. There's a lot of investment put into this, and it will piss you off. You put all that in, and then you get there, and somebody like, hey, my boy, I need another judge. Hey, come here real quick, man. Like, that will really piss you off. So, good point, y'all. Good points.
You know, there was a conversation that I had on that same episode with me, Torpedo, and that guy Rick, when Torpedo really broke it down to the amount of money he has to spend. He pays for his, like you said, he paid for his model to fly out. He paid for his model to be in the hotel room, you know, and then days before or even weeks before, they're already coming up with the concept, you know. And a lot of these barbers nowadays, they're in the competition because they want that big pot. They want that, you know, that $2,005, you know, that $5,000 pot, like how Heavy is doing. Like every battle is like $2,000, $3,000, and barbers are feeding off of that. Back in the day, it was a $200 pot, $300 pot.
Shoot, just a trophy sometimes. Just a trophy.
$20 entry though.
But now they with it. So now you got these barbers, like this barbers that got 56 wins, 70 wins, 80 wins, and they're really getting into the competitive sport of the competitions because they know that there's a lot of money that's involved. They can make $100,000 in a year over just competing. You know, so that's a whole new.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah. And there's the same barbers going to every single battle. Like that's their thing now. Every week that they somewhere else.
Yeah, there's a barber that if y'all ain't following him, y'all need to get on him. It's Denny. Denny is doing his thing. I think he's out of New York.
No, Jersey. I think it's Jersey.
Jersey, man. This cat is everywhere, and he's just a humble dude.
Yeah, he fly too. He fly too. Me and T will be anywhere. We could be anywhere. We walking in the after party in Vegas, and they calling us to the stage, and you know we trying to creep in. You know what I mean? We ain't looking for the recognition, but it's an honor to walk in and you hear him calling. Oh man, United Barbers Club in the building. Timmel and Lonnie up here, and we like walking to the stage saying what's up, and then we look. Denny on the damn stage up here cutting, man. We done been to the NorCal? Yeah. We done been to CT.
Chewy's.
Man, Chewy Blends out in the Bay. That boy is getting it, man. Hey,
well,
Terah.
Since y'all shouting out people,
go ahead.
Let's not
Say
forget Don Cuts is one of them barbers that's really taking over a lot of competitions. And my brother from Jersey that cut for the Giants, Travioso, who I had the honor of meeting last year in I think it was CT, and he's been from the first time I met him, he was like maybe like 18 competitions. Now I think he's like 25, 35 competitions in.
Damn.
And he's just not playing. So those, and that's a young boy. You know, he's young in age, but he's really doing some great things when it comes to the competitions.
Don't you love that though?
Love it, bro. Love it.
That's cool. I love that, man. And you mentioned something earlier that I like about you, man. Bridging the age gap. That's a big one for me. I just be like, I want to see the veterans shine. I want to see the new ones shine. I want to see the in the middle. Like everybody find your lane and feed off of this.
Yeah, you know they say a lot of times that the OGs are being gatekeepers, right? I hear that a lot. I see that a lot in a lot of comments, and I say to myself, it's not that the OGs are being gatekeepers. It's just the ones that you surround yourself with are not really influential to the industry. There's barbers that have never been to a barber battle, that ain't been to a barber battle in a couple of years, never did no continuing education, but you're looking up to them like, oh, that's somebody that I want to be like. No. Sometimes you got to come from out of your circle and find somebody else to be your mentor or something, because those people are just stuck in their ways. And you can look and tell who's very successful in their craft by not just by, oh yeah, I got the car and I got the house, but do you really have a continuing rotation of clients coming in all the time? Are you constantly booked? Are you really set for a long term in this industry, or are you still playing games? And there's a lot of OGs that are still playing games.
Real talk, and that's why and then they got this bitter tone towards everything that looks progressive, and that's one thing that just stood out to me about you when you first started talking. I was like, man, we know Terah, but we still always getting to know more about each other, and to hear you break that down in the beginning, I was like, oh yeah, I like where he at, man. That's you're in my lane right there, man. All right, man.
So,
we
all old, bro. We all about the same age. Y'all act like
bro.
Nah. Y'all be using Beijing over there.
We grayed out, bro.
I'll let my stuff be natural, man.
We grayed out.
I'll let my stuff be natural.
Let's get into our topic.
Wait, hold on. You using Beijing?
Yeah, you know he is.
I don't use nothing, bro.
You brought it up.
Actually,
hey, when people respond with the high voice, though.
Oh, you young.
I just turned 41 yesterday. So,
oh yeah.
Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said yesterday?
Yesterday, yes.
Man, will y'all please say happy? Man, put some happy birthdays in the clubhouse for our guy, man. For real. Send us some love. Man. Send us some prayers for another blessed year, man.
Yes,
just doing youthful, young, looking amazing, man. Come on, man. All that energy.
Baby face gangster.
Hey, let's get it.
Yeah. So our topic of discussion today was who's running the game right now? Is it the educators? Is it the influencers? Is it the shop barber? In your eyes, who is it out there that's having more of an impact on these people?
The influencers.
I think so.
The influencers is doing the most, right? And there's so many trends. There's so many carbon copies. There's so Sly Honcho created the lane for himself, and now everybody wants to do a voiceover. Everybody wants to do the hit him with the spice ball. And that's cool when you create a lane for yourself. But then when you create a lane for yourself and then everybody uses it, now it doesn't make you that much more important when it comes to the niche that you had. Yeah. And now you got to revamp yourself, right? So we see that he's doing other things. Like he's always been into the fitness. He's always been into the health and wellness, and that's something great because a lot of barbers don't really speak about health and wellness. There's only a few. You got the Success Addict. You got my brother Clay Scopes. You got a few people that show working out and stuff like that, like Todd from I Cut Pro. But they're not. A lot of us barbers is overweight, high blood pressure, hypertension, and you always seeing them drinking liquor or smoking something, right? But the influencers are the ones which are the younger generation that's showing what barbering is really all about. They showing money, they showing a lifestyle, they showing that they can build a clientele, and that's what I see.
Well, would you say that some of the influence is misguided?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors, these dudes making it seem like they're really y'all living with your mama, right? Y'all ain't got no responsibilities and no bills, and it's really easy to say that you're making $1,000 every week, or you're making $4,000 a month, or whatever you're talking about. If you have no responsibilities, we make that too, but we have families, we have responsibilities, we got a whole bunch of overhead that y'all don't have. So when you could go to the club and buy these expensive jeans and like just splurge your money, I want to see what your portfolio look like. Because what we're not talking about is the longevity inside the barber industry and what you need to be doing with your money now. And that's what I want to see these younger barbers do. Talk about investing.
Hey, man. Hey, Lon, you might have something. I got two things for him, so I want you to go and get something out if you got something. If not, I got two things.
Go ahead, hit them.
Here we go. Terah, we're finna have some fun.
Go ahead.
I need to know your Mount Rushmore of barbers.
I like that.
My Mount Rushmore is hard, bro.
I know it is. Mine's
Cause
is
you,
hard if I can even think of one. It's hard.
but Terah, no
So how
barbers.
many
That's
how many people's on there? There's 4 people on Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah, it's 4. How many you want? You need 6. You need 5. You still ain't gonna get all the ones you want on anyway. So
I
you got
mean,
4.
as far as the people that has paved the way for me and groomed me for who I am, first is going to be Al Millions. That's going to be the first
Hey, we
person.
love Al.
shout out
That's
to
on
Al.
my. Then it's going to be Ivan Zoot. Ivan Zoot got to be on my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Al Millions, Ivan Zoot. Those are the 2. My Mount Rushmore is going to be Jada Barber out of New York. I think he's out of upstate New York, but he's the howtobecome-a-barber.com on YouTube, and he's the creator of the Easy Blade. Now, the reason why I put Jada Barber on there is because before YouTube was popping, he was doing the haircut tutorials online, and if it wasn't for his video that I bought, I want to learn how to do a fade, with the
That's
master,
fire.
that top, middle, bottom. So a lot of people may not know who Jada Barber is, but I know who Jada Barber is, and a lot of people that's back in the early 2008, 9, and 10 know who he is. So that's Al, that's Ivan, that's going to be Jada Barber, that's going to be 3. There's a barber by the name of Ron Classic Cuts. Now, Ron stopped cutting hair. Now he's a photographer. But he was Mr. Wall. He was the wall clipper guy for a long time. And everybody would buy clippers and stuff because of him. And if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be locked in as far as what we are.
That's fire, man.
It's
fire. I love when people will share somebody that you don't know, but have the background story behind it. Who's some of y'all in the comment?
Yeah, that was 4.
Yeah,
that was 4. And then if I had to leave my 5th one, I like to keep it with a 5. My 5th one for my Mount Rushmore. That's hard, bro. The 5th one is hard.
We only asked for 4. You put yourself in this predicament.
I know. So yeah, those 4 are very vital. Very vital.
Before we let you go, do you have your phone on you? Or are you using it for the live? You have your phone on you? I got 2
phones.
Perfect.
Case, baby.
Here's my question to you. Who is the most famous person in your phone right now that you can call?
Well, this phone I can't make no phone calls. This is my social media phone. But the most famous person in the barber industry would be Jay Majors.
You could call right and they would answer. That's my question.
Yeah, Jay Majors.
Okay. We can't test it because you're using your phone for the live, so we gotta believe
I'm using that phone for the live.
If
you hit Jay right now, he'll be like, "Bro, it's late. My kids are sleeping."
Because it's out like 11 or 12.
You know I'm on the East Coast time, bro.
What time is it? 9, 10? Is it 11 o'clock? Jay, he'll still pick up.
He'll pick up, but he gonna say, "Hey, bro, I'm on East Coast time, bro."
Now, go back to y'all. Who's the most person that's in your phone?
I figured you was gonna say that, and I was ready. I was ready for this. I
wasn't.
Oh yeah, you ready? I'm calling them right now.
This boy funny.
Now that is the most famous person. Not only
I just called Jesus right now. I got hello, Lord.
Lord is famous. I am a fan of Lonnie, man. That's my dude.
I love you, boy.
Yeah, that's my guy. I knew you was gonna ask me that.
That was fun. That was good, and I had nothing to do with this one right here. So he left me hanging on this one. This is a good one.
Terah, anything that we forgot to mention, or you want to say before we let you go, player?
Listen, man, Razor Sharp Podcast is something that I know that every barber and beauty and professional individual needs to be locked into. It's just not about me going around interviewing people, but the stories that these people are giving are very inspiring. I have people that's coming on that's telling their history, what's going on, the thing that they believe, the thing that they like and dislike, and it's very important for people to be locked in collaborations. I'm a podcaster, you guys are podcasters, and we're not afraid to let people know that we support one another. And that's what we don't see a lot in all facets of things. You know, team like basketball teams don't try to support other basketball teams unless they play in an all-star game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These barber podcasts act like they got beef with each other instead
Yep.
of saying, yo, we are all like we all trying to get to the podcast awards and be able to be in the same category. And
There's a
whoever
thing.
wins, wins. You know what I'm
Is
saying?
there's a podcast awards?
Yeah,
I think-
it is.
Oh,
It is.
damn.
I thought he was just speaking like figure speech.
No, it is. It is a podcast.
It is.
So podcasting is very big, right? First it was the audio, now it's the
Yep.
audio and visual,
Yep.
and a lot of podcasters don't get past the 20th episode.
Mhm.
So once you get past the 20th episode, then you really like starting to gain some traction. It takes normally a podcast anywhere from 4 to 6 years to really get some recognition. You know, there's a few right now like Grits and Eggs that's only been out for 2 years that's really getting some good traction, but because of the controversy that he brings to his platform and the topics, you know. So it's fair game, but it's a very tight niche of people that's doing podcasting on a real big level. And when it comes to barbering, it's really a small handful of us that's really doing it. There's people that started, there's people that have
Yes.
done great things, but the people that stay consistent and continue to keep it going is only a small group of us that's really doing it.
It's a lot of work, and that's a big point right there that I just realized recently, Terah. Like, I go, dang, I remember so and so said they were starting a podcast. Dang, they said they were starting, and then I realized why they're not doing it anymore, because it's hard for the average person to make it this permanent in your life. Me and T was just talking about this Tuesday. Our families know we're doing this. Like anybody that's in your world, they know this is what you're doing Tuesday. Our travel is based around this day. Like we will turn on Monday because of this, or we done got back at Sunday at 11 a.m. because of this. So we didn't even realize how committed we had gotten to it until we started realizing there was so many people that we don't see doing it anymore, man. So salute to you, man, because you are one of those people that we have seen doing this from the jump, man. And we seen you back when you was even part, and we were just starting ours, and we were roaming with ours, man. So it's an honor to call you our barber brother and to be in here with you.
Salute, my brother. From the first time I met you guys in Vegas, with me running around and working with Come On Nuru with Barber World TV, and us having that, you know, that brief conversation, and then it's always been love ever since. You know, I created Atlanta's Barbers Club because you guys created the United's Barbers Club. First it was the Sacramento Barbers Club. I was like, bro, they got Sacramento, I'm gonna get Atlanta. And then I started in Atlanta because I'm like, yo, if they could build something, I wanna piggyback off what they doing, and I want to create something where I'm at now. And that's when I first moved here. And it's always been us always, you know, piggybacking off of each other and
Beautiful.
And always showing love. And yo, you don't have a problem holding my camera. I don't got a problem holding your camera, taking a photo for y'all. And that's what it's about. It's about us showing genuine brother love. And it don't got to be agenda, but just the brotherly love of coming together and just showing the respect for one another.
Yes, indeed.
That's love, man. How do people tap into the Razor Sharp podcast, man?
Listen, man, you can find us at Razor Sharp Podcast on all platforms. We definitely need the subscribers up on YouTube, man. We inching, but we definitely we can use every single subscriber. So make sure you tell a friend to subscribe to Razor Sharp Podcast. Follow me on Instagram at Razor Sharp Podcast. Also, Terah.the.barber. Those are both my pages, and also we would love to get everybody involved with Phase and Fellowship. We come together every third Monday in Georgia to start with now, but we're gonna be moving around to different states. But the Phase and Fellowship movement is where we come together as a whole to have conversation. It is a safe space where if you're going through something, you can be able to be open to just shed a whole bunch of those sheets away, those layers, and be able to be open to just getting that weight off your shoulders. So these are the things. Phase and Fellowship, Razor Sharp Podcast, Terah the Barber, and again, just showing Barber love.
All
Beautiful,
day,
bro.
much love.
Beautiful.
Y'all make sure y'all check our guy out, man. He's worth it. He's bringing good stuff to the industry. We're going to support him. He's going to support us. And y'all make sure y'all tune in here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we're here for y'all. We're committed to this. We want to see y'all in the clubhouse, man. Everybody have a productive week, and thank y'all in the day for the culture.